Angie Shepard and Deanne Matthews. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to have you here. And this is National Social Work Month. And so we wanted to have some real live social workers on our show today. And that's what we have with Angie and Deanne.
Yes, you do.
Well, we thank you for your work and we salute you on National Social Work Month. So you've been with WellWise and social worker for a good deal of time.
Yeah, I've been a social worker for 21 years now,
Wow.
and I've been with WellWise Services almost 14 of those years. So
Nice.
it's been a while.
And Deanne, you've been with WellWise for a little while,
Yes, I've been there for about 4.5 years now.
but as a social worker, a short time?
I am brand new. I graduated in December.
Oh, congratulations. Deanne. Well, great. So do we have a theme for National Social Work Month this month?
We do. The theme for this year's Social Work Month is compassion plus action. So I think social workers in general, we're compassionate people by nature, but we want to use that compassion as a tool to act on, things that we see in the community that need attention, that need problem solving.
Yeah, I would think that to be a social worker, you've got to have something in you. It's a career where it's not after big money, right?
No, you don't go into social work for the money. You go into social work to help people, honestly.
Now
That's what
for
it
you,
comes down to.
just being brand new, what does it take to be a social worker? What kinds of things do you have to go through in terms of training and licensure requirements?
Sure. Well, you need your 4-year degree, your BSW, your Bachelor of Social Work. And then during your last semester, typically there's an internship that encompasses 4 hours of internship in a 20-week time frame. And then once you graduate, you apply for your limited license, and then you have that for about 2 years because you have to have 4,080 hours of supervision as a limited license.
So were you working in social work at WellWise and decided, hey, I like this so much, I want to get my degree?
I was. I found my passion at WellWise, and it took me a little longer than some people, but I am glad that I found social work and WellWise Services. It's an amazing agency to work for, and it just gave me that final push to go back and get my degree.
So is it just you two that do social work at WellWise?
Heck no, there's a lot of us. Nope, I think we have about 20 social
20?
workers at WellWise Services, and we do all sorts of things. We have our supports coordinators who go out into the homes in the field, and they make sure that our older adults and adults with disabilities are taken care of and safe and have what they need to be independent. We have managers and supervisors. We have Martha, who does our community education classes. We even have social workers on our executive leadership. So we do all sorts of work there.
And so in a situation where you're on a visit with a senior, what's the typical interaction? What is a social worker doing on an on-site visit?
Basically, we're going in and we're assessing. A lot of our social workers are teamed up with an RN, with a nurse, and so we're going in. We're assessing everything from their mood symptoms to their environment to their family support system, and we're looking for what do they need to be successful, to be independent, and to be safe, and where are the holes? What services and resources can we find to fill the holes?
And I think about like the Gene Hackman tragedy, where you just don't realize, how vulnerable someone can be, and it could happen suddenly. And a lot of these seniors they're alone, and they could be in that same kind of situation. Probably come across those kinds of things day to day.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to us in crisis. So a lot of it is crisis management, because it could be that they don't know our services are available, or they wait, trying to think that they can solve their own problems or they can make it through. But when they come to us, we do our best to, like Angie said, fill those gaps and get them the services that they need to be successful and independent in their homes.
A few minutes ago, we were talking about this day is the 5th anniversary of when WHO declared COVID a pandemic. I think that's when a lot of people discovered WellWise, because you suddenly had to pivot in what you did and how you did it. And I think when you did that, a lot of people, I think, became aware of everything that you guys do.
Yeah, I think the pandemic, older adults were struggled with social isolation even before the pandemic, but that really, I think, brought the issue to light just to everyone, and understanding, how important it is to have people around you and have people that you can call to help and support you, and just check in on you to make sure you're doing okay. So we really did have to sort of change the way we do things, but I think it was for the better, and we were able to help in some situations.
So as our population ages, are we seeing the need for social workers increase in step with that?
Yes, according to the U.S. Labor Bureau, they're estimating a 7% increase in the social work field by 2033. Social workers we're a little low in the employment field, so we need to help boost up our numbers so that we can continue to serve those in our community in the best possible way.
We need more of you.
We do.
Yep.
What are the qualities, the theme, compassion and action? So compassion, that's got to be one of the top qualities a social worker has. What are some of the other things that you guys have in your team of social workers, and maybe others that should possess if they're interested in this as a career?
I think having good communication skills is really important. You've got to be able to communicate with your participants and your families and your coworkers, and you've got to be able to communicate both verbally and in writing, because you have to document everything you do. You've got to be a good problem solver. You've got to be willing to kind of look at a situation and say, this is a problem. How can we fix it? What are some solutions?
I think being non-judgmental is very important as well. We never know what path anybody has traveled when they come to us, and we should just keep an open mind and, okay, what are we going to do moving forward? And I think that being a good advocate and teaching your clients or your participants how to be an advocate for themselves is very important.
How does the senior connect with WellWise social worker?
You just have to give us a call.
That's it?
Yeah, yep, 517-592-1974, and they get to talk to a real live person. We don't have you have to push buttons to try to get to somebody, and we pride ourselves on that. We think that's really important in the work we do.
And can a family member contact you?
Anybody can. It can be a hospital, a nursing home, a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a church member. Anybody, if they see somebody in need, we would love to hear from them, and then we can reach out and find out if they're accepting of services.
It's got to be rewarding. There must be examples where you've literally saved someone's life.
Yeah, I think it is rewarding, and it's really just the resiliency of human beings that's rewarding, because we do see a lot of hard situations and hard people in hard situations, but seeing them being able to turn themselves around and get out of that bad situation it's very rewarding.
Have you found, in the short time you've been a certified as a social worker, have you had some wins? I
don't really do as much hands-on social work. I'm a supervisor, so a lot of it is supervision, but I think it's a win anytime that we can connect somebody with services that will help them remain in their homes. And most people don't want to go into those nursing homes, so I think it's always a win whenever we're able to connect them with services and make sure that they're safe and independent.
Are there things that someone should look for? Maybe we have a neighbor or a family member that were kind of thinking maybe something's not quite right, that they would be a candidate for a visit or a conversation with you guys?
I think any concerns or any observations anyone has that are concerning to them, just call us, and we're always willing to talk things through. You know, we have lots of community partners that we work with, and so, you know, even if we can't help, we can usually find somebody who can. So just having relationships with the older people in your life is really important, so you do know when things are changing or seem different.
It's great to know that we have a team of professionals providing social work at WellWise, and we thank both of you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, happy National Social Work Month.
Thank you.
You know, social worker. A gift from Jackson Candy and Fudge Factory would be appropriate. From WellWise Services Area Agency on Aging, Angie Shepard and Deanne Matthews.